Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Marcus here at My Tesla, and in today's video I wanted to try to shed some light on the upcoming track mode for the Performance Model 3. Now, it hasn't formally been released yet, but the menu option was present on one of two of the media test cars and it's said to still be in beta at this time. Let me start off by giving a disclaimer that what we know today may change in the future when it's officially released. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and dive right into it. So what exactly is track mode? Well, Road & Track published an article which I'll link in the description below that shows how track mode is activated on the Model 3. When you enable it, you're greeted with this message. Select track mode to enable Tesla's performance-oriented stability control and powertrain settings configured for track driving. This mode is designed to be used exclusively on closed courses. For the best experience, only progress to track mode once you're familiar with the track. Okay, that's great, but we really don't have a great description of exactly what track mode does with the software and the actual car itself. Based on some articles from Road & Track and Electric, track mode is a setting that'll give the driver more freedom at the controls by changing certain attributes within the system. This should allow for what is expected to be a more exhilarating experience because for the first time, Tesla has developed their own in-house vehicle dynamic control system, which is currently exclusive to the Performance Model 3. This gives their software engineers the flexibility to develop advanced driving modes that can be pushed to the cars with an over-the-air update, which is great because, as you know, the Teslas can actually receive over-the-air updates because it's connected to cellular. So as you know, if you look around in the industry, you'll see similar systems are available in other cars, and basically what these systems do is give the drivers the option to disable certain features like traction control or stability control, and this in turn makes for more spirited driving in a controlled environment like on a track. So then, if you look at Tesla's version, what do these attributes being disabled in track mode do? Well, Michael Neumeier, the manager of Tesla Chassis Control, was quoted as saying, "Our track mode doesn't disable features, it adds them." Now that's a pretty bold statement. So let's try to figure out exactly what that means and what it does. An article published by Electric, which you can find a link in the description below, Neumeier basically breaks down one of the features of track mode for the Performance Model 3 called Liftoff Oversteer. Now what this does is it induces oversteer for drifting capabilities. Now, how does it really accomplish that? Well, it does it through a technique using the regenerative braking on the Model 3. What they've done is they've used software to increase the regenerative braking deceleration to 0.3 Gs of deceleration instead of the default 0.2 that you'd find on the other models. When you let off the accelerator in a corner, it causes the weight transfer from the back axle to the front axle, causing the car to break loose and oversteer since the back axle is under less weight. You can see this in the video that was published by Elon and Tesla showing the Performance Model 3 doing power sliding, which is actually pretty cool. Another enhancement that's confirmed is that the Powertrain cooling system is optimized for high power usage, which should in theory reduce the time in which the car begins to lower its power output when pushing the car to its full limit. It's been noted by the publication Road & Track that after a few laps around the course, the power output on the Performance Model 3 began to decrease due to the thermal limits. But they also noted that the performance will not completely shut down, just like on the Model X or the Model S, and it can regain some of its power back once the car's cooling capacity keeps up with demand. Now, something that's been glaringly absent in all these publications is any inclusion of Ludicrous Mode. Now, I don't know if you remember, but back in 2016 in April, Elon was asked on Twitter if the Model 3 will have Ludicrous Mode, and his answer was, of course. I'm cautiously optimistic right now about Ludicrous Mode for the Performance Model 3. That's mainly because there are some owners out there who are pushing the 0 to 60 times to 3.2 seconds with the standard 1-foot rollout. A Ludicrous Mode on the Performance Model 3 would start to encroach on the P100D territory, which is basically a sub 3-second car, which is pretty insane if you think about it. Alright YouTube, so what do you think? Do you think Tesla's going to actually add a Ludicrous Mode for the Performance Model 3? Also, what other driving modes could you see Tesla release on a firmware update? I'd love to know what you think by leaving your thoughts in the comment section below, and please, don't forget to subscribe. I'll be making videos on a weekly basis, including a special video in a few weeks' time on my personal review of the Performance Model 3 after I take my test drive, so please be on the lookout for it. And thanks for watching.